My 32 meters BF and I, 23F, are not agreeing on marriage.
Yesterday we were talking about our vacation and he joked about getting on one knee at one of the locations but then continued to tie his shoe. I told him it'd be funny but that it would hurt my feelings. He continued to tell me that he's a hippie guy and he doesn't believe in marriage because it's just a piece of paper. I told him I disagreed and that I think it's a higher level of commitment. He understood that, but he then went on to say that he takes it slow. After the call, I had to text him to let him know how that made me feel. He then said that he does want to get married but that he won't be in that place for a while. For context, we have been together for over a year now, and during our relationship, he has invested a lot of time and money into caring for me. I have met his family and even joined their family vacations upon his request. Am I getting played? I am afraid of wasting my time building a man who will never marry me. Edit. I do not want marriage until a few more years have passed.
He has quite blatantly said he doesn't believe in marriage. If that's a deal breaker for you, knowing he doesn't want to get married, then yes, you are wasting your time. I wouldn't say you're getting played, you just have different wants. Building a man? That man is 32 and seems like he's sure of what he wants. He's already built himself along with his own beliefs.
You're 23. Why stick it out when he clearly told you he doesn't want to be married?
I listened to this from my BF for 10 plus years and gradually just decided I didn't want to get married either. Guess what? I do. Don't waste 15 years like I did. You're not compatible. You'd like to marry him. He does not want to marry you. He'll string you along with promises of someday, but someday will never come. Find a man who wants what you want. So one minute he says he doesn't believe in marriage. When you express to him that it's important to you, he changes his tune and says that he does want to get married but not right now. That's the definition of someone who is stringing you along. Believe what he said the first time. He doesn't want to get married. He just doesn't want you to leave him over that, but that's selfish. If marriage is important to you, he's not the guy for you.
He's 32, when exactly does he want to get married? You've only been together a year, but by this point in his age I would be looking for some actual real answers. 2 years? 5 years? If he can't answer you or deflects, it's cause he doesn't want to get married but he doesn't want you to leave.
He's dating someone so young for a reason.
He has no plans of getting married and will continue to drag you along until you give up and give in to being an unmarried couple.
Concerning age gap aside, you're not getting played. He's quite literally telling you he doesn't want to get married and is willing to compromise but not do so anytime soon. A year is by no means long enough to strongly consider getting married anyway, but it's good to have an understanding of each other's intentions at this point in the relationship. I'll phrase it this way. As someone who is indifferent to the idea of marriage but not of lifelong partnerships, is fine getting married to maintain said lifelong partnership. If he's enthusiastic enough about being in a relationship with you that his indifference is equally split, he's fine not getting married just as much as he's fine getting married. Then you're in a solid position. If not, then you might as well cut your losses. He continued to tell me that he's a hippie guy and he doesn't believe in marriage because it's just a piece of paper. He then said that he does want to get married but that he won't be in that place for a while. Am I getting played? I am afraid of wasting my time building a man who will never marry me. Trust your feelings. I used to think marriage was just a piece of paper. Then I stood in front of everyone I knew with the woman I loved and our families and vowed, this is the one. I forsake all others. In sickness and health. You can hold me to that. It's an incredibly powerful and transformative thing to say. It's not just a piece of paper. He obviously isn't in a rush to marry. It's only been 1 year. He may want to wait or not get married at all. He's also a grown man. Not building a man. You shouldn't want to try and mold your partner into what you want. If you aren't compatible, find someone who has the same goals and beliefs as you in regard to marriage and your future. I will say marriage offers protections and rights for partners that even if you are long-term you don't get. If you aren't married and something happens to one of you, the other could be cut out of any decisions. It would fall to next of kin. Any home you share, but don't have your name on, would also be left to next of kin unless there is a trust and will in place. It's really not just a piece of paper. Some people fear the idea of divorce and all that entails. Should you build a life with someone and aren't married, it is still like a divorce. It's not like feelings magically are okay and there are no issues separating your lives. If you share property, assets or children, you still need to determine division of those things. Child support and custody, just as you would with a divorce. Either way, you're only 23, you have time to figure things out. However, if you truly want to marry sooner versus later, you need to have a serious discussion on what you want going forward. If he's not able or willing to give you those things, you probably aren't compatible and should consider moving on. 1. Almost a decade older and you're in your early 20s. 2. Thinks joking about proposing to someone who doesn't joke about proposals. 3. Almost in his mid-30s but won't be ready for marriage in a while. 4. Can't stick with whether he wants to get married or doesn't want to. Or he jokes about it to keep you on your toes. I don't know if you're getting played, but there are definitely a lot of red flags and most of them all point to, and this is why he chose to date a 22-year-old instead of someone near his age. Guys usually know what they want by the time they get to 32. He doesn't want to get married or have a career. Also, think about why he wants to be with someone who is so much younger than himself. He doesn't fit into his peer group. His maturity is stuck in the early 20s. But you are growing as a person and making plans for your future. He's not able to take that journey with you. Hi, I'm a hippie guy in my early 30s who doesn't believe in marriage. Takes it slow. And when pushed says that I won't be in that place for a while. I also like dating women with little life experience, almost a decade younger than me. Location flag, 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 location flag.
Find someone your own age, who wants the same things out of life.
It's been a year. Lots of people wait at least 23 years to talk about marriage.
It's been a year. There's plenty of time to get to know each other better. But he's also in a different life stage. At first I thought you were both 23, which would change my answer. Given his age, he knows what he does and doesn't want. Marriage is not on his radar. Don't equate time and money to commitment.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.